Okay, I guess we'll just get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the Sense Abroad HMB program info session today. We'll start a session with the land acknowledgement. So we wish to acknowledge this land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. So my name is Lexi, and I'm the Sense Abroad program coordinator. I'm joined today by Professor Colleen, who will share more details about the course HMB 396Y0. In terms of the agenda, so basically I will give you an overview of the Science Abroad program, and Professor Colleen will be sharing course details of the course, and then I will be sharing more information about both sites, both locations. And then we'll kind of walk you through the application process. Then we'll be introducing some ADIA resources and supports that are provided by Summer Abroad Office. Then we'll have a Q&A session. Please note this info session is being recorded, and the recording will be posted on our website. So what is Science Abroad? Science Abroad differs from our regular summer abroad programs. While our regular summer abroad courses are typically 4 weeks long and are more like course-based. Science Abroad allows students to engage in research at prestigious research facilities and are much longer, ranging from 7 to 13 weeks. You will be assigned an on-site supervisor and work in a lab with local researchers and students. This is a full year U of T science credit, not a transfer credit, which can be applied directly toward your degree. This is a great opportunity for you, for students who wish to work in the lab and to gain more hands-on experience. And we don't actually require you to have any previous lab experience before you apply. We only accept a small number of students in each location because each student is going to be paired with a supervisor in the local institution. And you're going to work closely with your supervisor and also like the graduate students and peers in that lab. It is also a great way to gain some international experience. So today we'll focus on the HMB program. For the next summer, 2026, we're going to offer the Science Abroad HMB program in 2 locations. So the first one is in Taiwan, Hsinchu. We'll be working with the College of Biological Science and Technology at the National Yangming Chiao-Tung University in Hsinchu, Taiwan. So the date is from June 20th to August 8th for 7 weeks. And the other location is in Jinan, Shandong. We'll be working with School of Medicine at Shandong University in Jinan, China. The date is from June 6th to August 8th for 9 weeks. So the dates for the both locations have been confirmed. So now I will I'd like to invite Professor Colleen to give you more details about this program.
Okay, thank you so much. Of the attendees, the students, can you just give me a thumbs up that you can hear me? Or something? Oh, there we go. I see a thumb. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about how the course is organized in terms of assessments, the weighting of the various assessments, and what's expected of you from the U of T side of things. So obviously you will be working with research supervisors at your host institutions, and 50% of your grade will be assessed by your research supervisor, okay? The other 50% is actually assessed by me. And so that comes down to the very bottom right-hand corner where it says written report graded by U of T HMB department, okay? So in terms of what you will work with in your lab for the duration of the program are gaining skills and working on a hypothesis-based project. You'll participate in their weekly activities, which include things like having journal clubs, going over various publications, presenting materials to each other, that sort of thing. You will have an oral presentation that you'll deliver to your supervisor towards the end of the course. And you'll be able to have the opportunity to work with others, create a journal, et cetera, et cetera. As I said, 50% of that is assessed by your host institution and 50% is assessed by me. So next slide. And so relatively speaking, this will be the breakdown for you. I say relatively because these dates were actually from 2 years ago. We haven't confirmed who's instructing this year, and so therefore I can't tell you exactly how it's going to go. But if it's not me, it's my colleague who I work closely with. Okay, we will have at the top, you can see virtual office hours. Recognizing the time differences, that means a super early morning for me, typically speaking, so a later evening appointment for you if you want to have on one-on-one appointments. I'll also be in contact via email or my colleague will be, okay? In the box here, these are things to think about before you get started. And if you enroll, we can go over in further detail. But essentially speaking, what we have will be about 6 or 7 opportunities for you to either participate in lecture, which is probably not going to happen based on the times that we have them, but for you to access the lecture recordings. And you can see what the topics are on the left side, and you can see that they're interspersed starting in May, which may be before your project starts. So you could attend those if you choose to, but starting in May and running through to August. So next slide. So specifically for your credit, you will participate in a weekly journal club, which is about 35% of your mark. You will organize exactly how that looks with your supervisor, but essentially it's about, reading articles, presenting them, and discussing with your lab mates. 15% of your mark is based on lab performance. And so it is okay that you walk in with no skills. There is an assumption, though, that you will gain those technical skills over time, as well as more of those transferable skills, like being able to collaborate, etc. 50% of your mark is a final report that you will submit to me. This is on August 21st. So if your last day, I think, is August 2nd, something like that, or 6th, I can't even remember already. You have 2 to 3 weeks after that before you submit your final report. So, you could go to next slide. Oh, okay, hold on for a second. So, the lectures that will be recorded are mostly, though not fully, devoted to how to write up a report and how to analyze your data and how to write up your data, as well as create introduction and discussion sections. And so some examples of the topics that we would cover are things like, these are slides that are literally taken from some of the lectures so that you understand how to conduct the research, what the various components are, that you can think about your research as you're doing it, such as what are your variables, what is your hypothesis, etc. So next slide. We'll talk a lot about writing the reports. So we'll talk about what the introduction looks like and how you combine that with the literature review in addition to your own specific research approach and hypotheses. Next slide. We'll talk about the ways that you can do your analysis. Because you're a small group, if you meet with me, we can talk about your project specifically and what this looks like for you. Go next slide. And then the discussion point, which is probably not something you're even going to be able to start writing up till at least later in July, which is synthesizing your information, interpreting it, and then writing that in a coherent way so that you can step through your findings, your interpretations, consider the existing literature that's out there, and when you do that, and then come to some sort of conclusions. And I will step you through each of these sections through the duration of the lecture material and any one-on-one appointments you want to have. Next slide. There are other resources besides myself and the lecture materials. There are various learning strategies that you can use, and you can just scroll through them yourself if you're not already familiar with them. The link is on the left, the student life link. I also work with New College, and so this course is able to be, you can use New College Writing Center for the writing in this course. Okay. We have a really good relationship with New College. And so what's wonderful about New College is they actually offer like a 24/7 writing consultation. So for people who are in different time zones in the summers only, they allow, instead of direct live consultations, email exchanges. So you can submit drafts, you can submit outlines, you can submit fully completed work. You can ask them a series of questions. And of course, they're not writing the assignments for you, but they are walking you through in terms of coherence and succinctness and making sure that all the points are across for each of the sections that you need to write up. And so you can do this in an email exchange, and they will reply to you within a 24-hour period. And you can continue to work with a writing instructor in that way. Next slide. And I won't talk about this now, but if you do choose to do this course, I always like to talk about the importance of taking care of yourself while you're doing this. Because very rarely, maybe, but very rarely will your supervisors tell you to work less. So it's really important for you to be able to take care of yourself. I'm sure that you will feel additional pressures of being far away from home and from away from people you know. And so we'll talk about ways to stay connected and resources that you have of support that are here, as well as at the university, as well as with Lexi and Science Abroad. That might be my last slide.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Colleen. This is super
You're welcome.
helpful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So yeah, so now let's take a look at like the Shandong University. Shandong University is ranked among the top 20 universities in China and is also one of the largest with more than 60,000 full-time students. When you visit, you will be able to see that the university has like 4 affiliated hospitals and 11 teaching hospitals. So for our Science Abroad program, students will have the opportunity to work in hospital laboratories and engage in hands-on research. Experience is especially valuable for those considering medical school after graduation. Some research topics include immunology, metabolic diseases, neuroscience, oncology, genetics. And in terms of accommodation, so students will either be staying in a hotel at the north gate of the campus or Shandong University's international student apartments. Basically, we're not. So for the Shandong University International residents, we can only confirm that by May 26th. So we also have the option for you to stay in a hotel as a backup. If you stay in the international student residence, you can take a look at the top two pictures. So basically, you will be staying either in a single occupancy or like double occupancy rooms with a washroom. And the last two pictures are from the hotel, which is also like a single occupancy with a private washroom. And in terms of the meals, so students will have access to it in on-campus cafeterias. So we suggest students to budget approximately around Canadian dollars for like 500 for meals. So here are some pictures of the labs in Shandong University where you will be actually working in. So now let's talk about the HMB program in Taiwan, Hsinchu. So we'll be working with the College of Biological Science and Technology at the National Yangming Chiao University, NYCU, in Hsinchu, Taiwan. So NYCU is also a top research university with more than 10,000 students, and it is located at the center of Hsinchu Science Park, which is known as the Silicon Valley of Asia. Some research topics in Taiwan include cell biology and biochip lab, metabolic engineering, and molecular imaging lab. Students will be conducting research mainly in university laboratories. So in terms of accommodation, so in Hsinchu, so Hsinchu is located in northwestern Taiwan, is one of the oldest city in northern Taiwan. So students will be placed in either double room or four student per room in Kongfu campus or Boai campus. So basically, you will be asked to submit a application, and the NYCU International Office will then coordinate the accommodations. Rooms may be shared with other international or Taiwanese students, and there are three cafeterias on campus where you'll be able to use. Yeah. So here are some residence pictures at the Kongfu campus. You can see it's like four students share a room. And then this is the residence at the Boai campus. Yeah, so now let's look at the eligibility requirements. So HMB 396Y0 is designed for students with a strong interest in human biology and who are comfortable working in the lab. Students must have completed at least 8.5 full course equivalents, including relevant courses in human biology. And in terms of how to apply, so the application will open on December the 5th. And the deadline for this program is January 14th, next year at 4 p.m. So you will be asked to submit the online application through our Summer Broad website. Students are required to pay the $210 non-refundable application fee. And then we'll ask for your one reference letter and the supervisor form. There will also be a recorded video interview component when you submitting the online application. So here's the example of the supervisor form. So basically, we'll be provide you a list of supervisors you'll be working with, and then we ask you to just rank the top three or top five choices of the supervisors you would like to work with. We'll give you their information about their research background and stuff. So yeah, here's the supervisor form that will be provided with you so you can see and do your own research to see who you would like to work with. Yeah, so in terms of the admission criteria, when we review your application, we'll look at your academic record over the last 12 months and assess whether you meet the course prerequisites, as well as the relevance of the course to your program of study. So basically, human biology. And in the online application, you will be asked to provide a personal statement and respond to a couple of supplemental questions, which are really important in terms of evaluation. We would like to understand why you are interested in this Science Abroad program, how it will support your academic development, and what your academic plans are. There will also be a recorded video interview component through Kira Talent, where you will be asked questions about adaptability and other general topics. Additional details will be provided once your application is submitted. In terms of the admission decisions, we plan to send out the admission result by late January or early February. And if accepted, you will have 1 week to confirm your participation by paying a non-refundable 1,000 deposit, also through our online application portal. If you decide to decline the offer, you will not get your application fee back. And all the remaining balance are due in March. This is due to be confirmed. So currently, we do not have the confirmed program cost posted on our website. All cost information will be updated by early December. So please stay tuned. At that time, you will be able to see a full cost breakdown, including what you will pay to the U of T directly and also what expenses you should budget for independently. Typically, the course fee, accommodation, and incidental fee are paid directly to U of T. You will be responsible for arranging and paying for your own flights, local transportations, and meals and other on-site expenses. Once you confirm your participation, we'll provide more detailed information about how to get there and what to expect upon arrival. For students considering this program, we strongly recommend you to begin plan your budget now. Please check with your registrar's office, also the Faculty of Arts and Science, and your own departments per possible awards or bursary opportunities. Our summer abroad office also offers summer abroad awards ranging from 2,000 to 7,000. The award application is embedded in the online program application. When you apply to a program, you will simply be asked to indicate whether you would be also like to be considered for these awards. The deadline for the awards is the same as the program application deadline. And since the courses are U of T courses, they are eligible for OSEP. If you're currently on OSEP, you can just simply apply for an OSEP extension. Please note that the OSEP funds are typically released close to the program start date, which means you will need to pay your U of T fees before you receive your OSEP funding. Students may also apply for the International Experience IE Awards Plus through CIE Office, Center for International Experience. Please go visit the CIE website for eligibility criteria and application details. Finally, we'll be hosting a How to Finance Your Summer Abroad webinar on January the 8th at it's still a Zoom webinar. So you can find more information on it, and we highly recommend you to register for this session and to stay informed. In terms of Sorry. In terms of visa and insurance, please note that students are responsible for arranging their own visa. We'll provide you with the supporting documents, but you need to make the appointments with the consulate or embassy yourself and to get the visa. And we hope to schedule your visa appointment early. If you do need a visa, we highly recommend you to apply in Toronto if possible. International students should check with their own embassy or consulate for any visa requirements. And please also review terms and conditions of your travel, health, and flight insurance. Our summer abroad office is dedicated to EDIA initiatives and offers a variety of resources to support students' communities. Studying abroad presents the exciting opportunity to explore a new country and culture, which can also bring some challenges. We encourage you to explore our EDIA resources as you consider summer abroad opportunities that align with your needs. In terms of accessibility abroad, students who require accommodations um, should register with their own campus accessibility services office so that an accommodation plan can be put in place for the course. A letter of accommodation must be uploaded to the application portal within 7 days after being admitted into the summer abroad program. Please note that the range of accommodations may differ from country to country. We cannot guarantee that sites will be able to offer all the accommodations that are available at U of T. Students are strongly encouraged to contact the summer abroad office as early as possible to discuss which sets might be best to their needs so that we may provide the best possible experience for you. We also offer the Summer Abroad Inclusion and Diversity and Excellence Awards. So the awards is to be awarded to undergrad students participating in any summer abroad programs based on academic achievements, financial need, and recent contributions to the advancement of equity, diversity, and inclusion. The award will be offered to 4 students at 5,000 Canadian dollars each. So please take a look at our website for more information about the Summer Abroad EDIA Award. So in terms of the Science Abroad 2026 timeline, so by early December, we'll be posting more information about the course and also the cost through our website. And we strongly recommend you to start researching for program and funding opportunities in different departments and divisions and other resources. And by December the 5th at 10 a.m., we'll open our application. So we ask you to kindly just create a profile on the application system. And through this November, December, and January, we ask you to register for and attend any program information sessions. And the deadline for the Science Abroad program and also the awards application is January 14th at 4 p.m. Keep an eye on your email for admission notifications around February to March. And after 1 week after the admission notification, you will need to pay the 1,000 deposit to confirm your spot. You will need to pay your remaining fee before your departure and also attend the pre-departure orientation before your departure, basically in May. And during the summer is the time to start your summer abroad program. So we are currently active on Instagram. Please follow us at U of T Abroad on Instagram to see more past students' experience and to stay connected. So here are more like a summary of all the information. So please visit our Summer Abroad website and also attend program information sessions. And please follow us on Instagram. We also have the monthly e-newsletter, the summary. We kindly ask you to please subscribe to stay informed. But at any time, if you have any questions, please also book a virtual appointment with any of the Summer Abroad advisors through our website. We also have the Discord student group, so you will be able to speak with the Summer Abroad past students and also the Summer Abroad ambassadors to learn from them and to learn from their previous experience. And if you have any questions, here is our email address, summer.abroad@utoronto.ca. If you have any specific questions to Science Abroad, you can reach us at science.abroad@utoronto.ca. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Colleen, for joining us, and also Wendy for being the backup. And thank you all for joining us for today's info session. Take care. Thank you so much, Colleen.